The ideology iripo yatakataura concerning the issue of colonial rule, kana concerning how colonial rule was introduced or how colonial rule was taken into course or colonial rule was taken to power. It is true, as you said, that the colonial rule was introduced in the perceptions or in the ideologies whereby the B.S.A.C as a company, and their main focus or their main task for the first years they settled in Zimbabwe after colonizing both the Ndebele and the Shona was to focus on mining. Why? Because they had the hopes of finding the second rand. But after they had failed to find the second rand both in Matebele and in Mashona land, the B.S.A.C they took much of their focus in agriculture. After they took much of their focus in agriculture, they also introduced other mining perspectives. For example, there was the opening of the Wangi Colliery mine, there was the opening of the Shaban mine, there was the opening of Mashava mine, and the Shurugwi mine, which was mining chrome. Are we together? So after that, there was the labor question, whereby the Africans, the Europeans, that is mainly the B.S.A.C, they were asking each other how they were going to immense or how they were going to control the labor requirements. So that their first task was to go and force foreigners to come and work, but it was not possible. So the other fact yango Sara, they had to force the Ndebele and the Shona. So irikunzi colonial rule udzvinyiriri waitwa vanhu vatema nevarungu vachifoswa kuti vaifanira kuuya vachizoshanda kumamaini. So in that perspective kwakabva kwaiswa chimtikana kuti board rainzi the Labour Bureau, the Labour Bureau of Southern Rhodesia in 1889. This Labour Bureau, its main task, it has got the British South African police force, which could round people and take them by force, which was known as Jibaro, and it was mandated for every black men kuti awane kunoshandira ma-Europeans either mumine either mufarm, such that labor isashoti. Ndizvo vaona kuti takazoti in the adjustments or in the perspective whereby the Labour Bureau was keep on doing its work, they found out that during the dry season the Africans could agree to work vachishandira varungu, but in the rain season they deserted work voti takudzokera kumba kunoshanda. Saka the government they had to come up with other principles or with other legislation which could control the movement ema-Africans. Ndopa vakabva vazogadzira hence the Masters and Servant Ordinance Act. The Masters and Servant Ordinance Act was put into active such that it could force ma-European, ma-Africans kushanda. It was mandatory for every African kunzi unofana unge uchitoshanda, haufani kushaya basa raunoshanda kuvanhu noti varungu ma-masters. Are we together? Vadaro takati susu people could be given 6 months contracts in front of police boys nema police dogs. I'm not my German shepherds, and the month was extended up to 42 days without payment. Vapedza izvozvo kukontrola futi vanhu vakaisa the 1902 pass law. The pass law was done in order to control the movement ema-Africans, such that ma-Africans could not move at any time. They could not move from one place to another. Ndakakupa example kuti ubude paprazi uchinotsvaga rimwe basa kune rimwe prazi paidi onzi une pasi, such that ukasangana nevarungu kana kuti nema-native commissioners muroad waiburitsa pasi wotaura the reason why uri panze peprazi, why usiri occupied. Are we together? Tapedza izvozvo vatatu vakaisigns the African Labour Regulation Act. The African Labour Regulation Act, it blocked employees to switch employment from one task to another task. Why? Because it was not allowed kuti vanhu vaite izvozvo. Titese tapedza izvozvo ndobva takudza ifuti kuti kune hanzi 1960 Industrial Conciliation Act, it was an entitled to control individuals, not to find basa kunze kwenyika, but those who came from Malawi and whatsoever, they were allowed to be employed in Zimbabwe. And under the Industrial Conciliation Act, Africans were not allowed to have high-paying jobs such that varambe vari poor, varambe vachida kumuka vachinoshanda kuti vakavhe gepi rezvinhu zvavanoda ndizvo. But as times the Compulsory Native Labor Act yaikuti muAfrican wese as whether mwana whether chii aifanira kunge atori nebasa raiita paprasi, hakuna munhu aimuka achigara. But as times the compound system yandakati vana sekuru venyu ndopavakazodevhelopa word rekuti compound. The compound system kwaiva kuiswa adjustment nemurungu achida kumanipulata mind dzemunhu mutema, kuti ndikavakira munhu mutema ka 2 rooms, kaimba kadiki kane window kane chii, tomuisira tumagetsi netumvura, achafila ari more special. So the command system yaiva kuti ivo maAfrican pachezvavo kwanga kwava nevainzi the foreman, vaizonzi the foreman nevanhu vechishona, aizokontrola vanhu in the absence yemurungu, achifunga kuti tumabenefits twaipuwa twepekugara turi right, saka ari more important than others vaigara kumahatsi. So this is how the compounds were developed, kana kuti the compounds were developed, whereby those people who were much vaizotreatwa as more privileged than the others vainge vane kakukontrola kwavaita vamwe vanga vaigara kudzimba dzakashoreka. So this was a method which was initiated by the British South African Company under the adjustments of Rhodes and Jameson and other members, such that they could control African, such that Africans they could continue providing labor to the mines and farms in Varungu. Are we together? So this is the labor question being solved under the adjustment of the B.S.A.C. after the B.S.A.C. managed to capture and colonize Zimbabwe. Saka tapedza izvozvo takuda kuongorora kune the next move. The labor question yaita se yapera. Handika, this was just a summary. Saka takupinda into